Hey guys, what's up? It's Brayden. Hope you're having a great day. First of all, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video, because I post a new video every Wednesday and every Friday. Every Wednesday is my podcast, Coffee Thoughts, and every Friday is music or just a vlog or just like, something just like chill. So today I wanted to talk about something that some people have asked me about. Probably made a couple different posts about this before on my other social media. I know a lot of people who struggle with self-image and struggle with weight and just not being happy, with your body and with yourself, and I totally understand that. I went through that back in 2016. I had pretty much an entire year of just being really unhappy with myself and being overweight and not really knowing what to do for quite some time. So I kind of wanted to share with you guys how I literally lost like 45 pounds using something called intermittent fasting. Since I discovered it like a couple years ago, it's definitely become way more popular now. Like, you guys have probably heard of it. Back when I discovered it, like nobody had heard of it. Like, I would tell people about it and they were like, that's weird, like I've never heard of that. But essentially what it is not eating for a certain portion of the entire day. So when I started, I would go 16 hours out of every 24 hours without eating. I would only eat all my calories, all my meals within an 8-hour window. And at first I was like, okay, this sounds kind of weird. I've never heard this before, but I mean, like, it sounds cool. Like, I want to try it. And I never really ate breakfast anyway. So I woke up, I drank black coffee because, you're not supposed to have any calories while you're doing a fast. So I would, wake up, drink coffee, go, a full 16 hours, which includes while you're sleeping. So if I ate my last meal at midnight the night before, I could eat my first meal at 4 p.m., right? So I'm sleeping for a portion of that. I get up and push myself to 4 p.m. before I eat my first meal. And so I started to do that. Some days I would go like 18 hours, and lately I've been doing 20 hours. But I would just like push myself. And the crazy thing is that like before I was really even going to the gym a lot, like I started to notice a difference. So I was like 205 pounds in 2016. I'm now like 160, 165, like kind of between that, which is what I was pretty much my entire life up until that point. I was really overweight. I was really unhappy with myself. I was depressed. I was not taking care of my body at all. And I remember looking in the mirror one day and just being like, wow, like, who are you? Like, what? I don't even recognize you anymore. I cried. I was like, wow, what? Like, I didn't even realize this happened. I didn't even see this happen. It just kind of happened. So I started to follow this intermittent fasting, and I remember like 2 weeks in, like I lost like 10 pounds. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy. I'm not even really like working out super hard. I'm just like fasting and then staying at a calorie deficit, which is basically like everybody has a certain amount of calories that you need in order for your body to maintain itself. They say like the rule is like 2,000, but it's completely different for everybody. So for me, it's around 1,700, 1,800 that I need in order to maintain. So I stay below that, and basically the science of it is that when you eat less calories than your body needs, it ends up tapping into the fat stores that you already have. It ends up tapping into the energy that's already that you already have stored. So it's literally burning away fat. The reason that fasting helps is because when you wake up and you don't eat breakfast, what happens is, until you eat your first meal, your body is burning off, energy and fat that you already have stored. Instead of, let's say you eat breakfast, your body has to metabolize that. And before you even get to burning fat that you already have, you have to use that meal first. So it's basically like just a faster way to to start tapping into your fat stores. And your body does a lot of stuff when you fast. It's really interesting and it's really cool, like how much clarity I feel like throughout the day. The reason that you get tired after you eat is because your body's sending all its energy to your stomach to metabolize the food. So that's why you're like sleepy and you're just like don't want to do anything. Starting your day off with a big meal, for the first bit of your day, all your energy is being used to metabolize that meal, so you're not able to use it for other things. And so the reason that fasting is so awesome is because you wake up, you don't have to worry about that. You have all your energy to do other things and to work and to create and like just go about your day. For me, I feel like faster. I feel more focused. I don't feel slow. I feel good like in the morning. I don't feel bloated. I don't feel like you know, insecure, I just like wake up and I'm like, hell yeah, like black coffee, like time to work. I've been doing it for almost 2 years now. I don't think I'm ever gonna stop doing it. I really don't, because it's just such a habit now, but it also really works for me. And another thing is too, like when I work out now, because I work out about 3 times a week. Sometimes I go like every day, but I do like my heavy workouts like 3 times a week, which really just consists of like a ton of upper body and then abs. Pretty much every time I go, I do like, you know, 50 crunches. I do legs like once a week because my goal is to kind of build like a bigger upper body, and I'm happy with my legs. I just need to keep them in shape. I'm not trying to like build them. I really love working out fasted, so I don't like to eat until after I work out, because it's the same thing. It's like if I eat a bunch before I work out, you know, my body's gonna hit that, try to metabolize that, and I'm gonna have less energy. Whereas, you know, if I work out while I'm fasted, my body's in overdrive, it's burning, you know, it's already tapping into what I have. You know, if I eat a meal after, I'm like super hungry and the meal is fucking amazing, and I literally feel like my muscles like immediately like use it. I don't feel bloated, I don't feel like sluggish, because I just worked out. I put in, you know, I put my body into you know, overdrive, and then as soon as I eat, it's just my body absorbs it, like I can feel it. And again, it's like different for everybody. And there's a lot of different fitness, you know, coaches and stuff that have different philosophies and different things. But I follow Kino Body, this guy Greg O'Gallagher, who I've actually gotten to meet and hang out with a couple times. Really, really amazing dude. I feel like when you find something that works for you, you just stick with that. You know, you don't. When you find something that resonates with you, more than just like, oh, this makes sense. Like when somebody, you know, you actually vibe with them and you feel like they connect with you more than just for what they're selling or what they're doing. I think that's important. So I found that, and you know, I just stick with that, and it works for me, you know. And the thing is too, is like if you have, you know, like let's say Christmas or something, like for me it's like when I go on tour, it goes one way or the other. It's either like I'm really good with going to the gym every day and eating really well, or, you know, have a couple days where like I get no sleep and like there's nothing open and we have to eat like some shitty food, and then it just kind of like spirals. If you ever go through a patch where you fall off for like a week, 2 weeks even, it's so easy and takes like, doesn't take very long for you to burn that off with fasting. It really doesn't at all. And if you just stick with it even for a week, like I know for a fact you're gonna feel a difference. And a lot of people too, like when you start, you know, dieting or doing some different kind of routine, the first week or two you lose a bunch of water weight. You know, you'll lose a lot of water weight, so you're gonna feel like you lost a lot of weight, which, you know, you technically kind of did, but it just helps because it kind of is like, wow, I see results, like I want to keep going. The thing is that you have to know though, is that, you know, this is one thing that I've struggled with a lot, is plateaus. You know, like losing a bunch of weight, seeing results in a week, and then suddenly it's like you don't see that for another week or 2 weeks. Like it feels like it's not happening, and in your brain you just kind of want to give up. You're just like, oh my god, like why did it work before? And you just got to know that it is working, and your body does that. It's like, you know, the more you lose weight, the more that you start to, you know, to burn off fat. Your body's like, no, we need to survive. We need to keep this, like it'll work against you to try and hold on to fat, and that's just how we're programmed. So you just got to know, like you just got to push through that, because eventually, you know, you're going to break through that. You know, it just takes time. So I'll put some links to the Kino Body programs down below for anyone who's interested. He has programs for men and for women too. They're really simple workouts. You know, they're not very difficult. I mean, the goal is to just like start small and progressively work your way up every single week. I do something, you know, in his workout called reverse pyramid training. Instead of starting with the lightest weight, let's just say I'm doing a shoulder workout, let's say I'm doing shoulder press, you know, the one just going like this. I'm at like 50, 55, 60 now. But instead of starting with the lightest, you start with the heaviest and you do the least number of reps. So let's just say I start with the 60 pounds. I'll do, you know, 4 reps, and then I'll drop those, I'll go down to 55, I'll do 6 reps. Drop those, go down to 50, I'll do 8 reps. So it's just, instead of starting with the lightest, you start with the highest. And that was something I had never tried until I found his programs. I have to say, like, there's something about it that just really builds your muscles in a certain way. Like, it adds strength. That's the one thing that I love about his programs. Is that, yeah, like I never really cared if I had like massive muscles. I feel really strong. You know, I feel like it's just like strength, like in the right areas, my chest, my shoulders, you know, my arms, that like it just feels permanent. It feels very solid. It's like a good foundation. And that's really what I wanted. So yeah, so if anyone's interested, just check out his programs. And intermittent fasting is honestly, I think it's really easy, and I think, again, it's different for everybody, so you have to do what works for you. You know, if you have certain medical conditions, whatever, like, you know, I'm not here to give you specifics about that, but I just want to share with you what I do. I do this every day. A challenge for me in the beginning was, you know, having the courage, literally, like, it sounds stupid, but like if you're with a group of friends or you're with like your family and they're like, oh, eat with us, to actually be like, no, like to say no. And for some reason that's hard. But I really had to kind of be like, no, this is what I'm doing, I'm sticking to it, because other people are gonna be like, oh, that doesn't sound healthy, that doesn't make sense. You just gotta stick with what you're doing, you know, because it's not like those people have put the research in or taken the time to try it, you know, so it's just like, you just gotta know, like, you gotta have the courage to be like, no, I'm good, like, this is what I'm doing, I'm working towards these results, and you know, I'm good. And it can be hard to do that with anything in life sometimes. So if you're trying to lose weight, try fasting. I honestly, like, pretty much guarantee that you're gonna see results in the first like 2 weeks, probably even a week. If someone sits here and says, oh, that doesn't work, it's like, well, have you actually tried it? Have you really stuck to it? You know, because the other part of it, like I said, is making sure you stay at a calorie deficit. And that's a huge part of it. I mean, if you didn't do fasting, you just stayed at a calorie deficit, you would still lose weight, but fasting just really helps speed up the process. If you're trying to lose weight, like, just try this. It's honestly, like, it's not that challenging, and it makes when you eat, like, so much better, because you're so hungry by the time you eat and you're like, hell yeah, like, it feels great, you can enjoy it, you can know that you're still, you know, losing weight, you're still burning off fat, like, it's awesome. I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I'm actually about to go to the gym pretty soon here. But yeah, so intermittent fasting, staying at a calorie deficit, 3 workouts a week, it's pretty much what I do. I don't even do cardio, you know, I just don't, like, I don't like running, I don't like doing that stuff, so I don't do it. So I just stick with, like, weightlifting, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. I'm doing 2 videos every week. So Wednesday's my podcast, Fridays is this kind of video. About to go on tour in March with the red jumpsuit apparatus, and Cute is what we aim for in the UK. Have some Europe dates that we'll be announcing soon as well. And then I'm working on a new EP, which I'll probably be dropping a single in the next couple of months. And then rebuilding the SayWeCanFly app. So I should have an update for you guys pretty soon. It's gonna have a user section so you can create your own account. There's gonna be a chat so you can talk to other people. You know, it's gonna have all my videos, all my social media, all my music, everything in one spot, and some other cool stuff too. So I'll let you guys know when that's up. But if you want to follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, SayWeCanFly, Snapchat, SayWeCanBread. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay cozy. I love you. I'll see you next week.